course, this particular Protestant denomination named itself after this Greek term of leadership, and they refer to their leaders as bishops. Another term you may be more familiar with of this same office, this same man in the local church, is presbyteros. It's often translated elder. The Presbyterians got their denominational name by transliterating presbyteros. And of course, they refer to their highest office of authority in the church as presbyters or elders. These are perfectly biblical terms. Maybe you're new in the faith and you're new to our church, and about now you're wondering if the Baptists have been left out. We're fine with it. Besides, we, our forefathers, had the audacity to name this denomination after an ordinance, baptism. More distinctly, then, we follow the literal translation of that verb, baptizo, which means to immerse. We had folks immersed at the 8 o'clock hour, which woke them up, and we'll have some, I understand, at the 11 o'clock hour. So the Baptist Church is known distinctively for its practice of immersing disciples as a statement of obedience to the Lord's commission to go and make disciples and teach them and baptize them. Nowhere in the New Testament, by the way, do you read of infants or unbelievers being baptized. Only disciples baptize them, followers of Jesus Christ. Now, most often in the Baptist Church, if you're familiar with this denomination, leaders are typically called elders or bishops. They're called pastors. That third term, pastor, comes from the word koine. It appears often in the New Testament, and it's nearly always translated shepherd. In fact, only one time in your English Bible is the word translated pastor, which bothers the Baptists a lot. It's translated pastor in Ephesians 4:11 in the plural form to refer to this categorical title over which these men represent that particular office. Every other time it appears it is translated shepherd, or more woodenly, you can translate it pasture. One who pastors the flock literally pastures the flock. That is, they lead the flock to pasture, to eat, which is, by the way, an outstanding reminder that the highest office of authority in the church has as one of its outstanding responsibilities the feeding, the pasturing, the shepherding of the flock. Now, I've noticed in the last few decades, especially, the Baptist Church has become more willing to use perfectly biblical terms for the office and to use them interchangeably as we do in this church, because biblically every pastor is a bishop, is an elder. Every bishop, elder is a pastor. For the sake of avoiding confusion, we most often refer to elders as those laymen who serve as volunteer shepherds, and we refer to pastors as those men who are vocational shepherds. But that's an artificial distinction. They're all equally elders, bishops,